Some of the best days for me as a police officer in West Midlands Police is when my investigative teams convict someone at court. I've got a fantastic team of investigators that work tirelessly and diligently to bring offenders to justice and to safeguard the vulnerable. And so those are the days where I'm really proud when we have a great result at court, knowing that we've brought the offender to justice. Some of the most difficult days are when we have looked at harrowing images, we've listened to victim statements, and they've been subjected to some really terrible abuse. And the disheartening days are when we can't get the evidence together. The evidence isn't available to us to bring an offender to justice. And those are really disheartening days because we are there to protect the vulnerable from further harm. So one of the jobs that I'm most proud of is one of the recent jobs that an investigator led on. It was a rejected stalker investigation. That means the relationship had broken up and the perpetrator was trying to reconcile the relationship, but they felt themselves that they were a victim. So the suspect was denying all his behaviours and suggesting that the victim actually was an aggressor. So with some really good digital forensics, we were able to prove not only the repetitious calls and contact made, there were fake profiles created by the suspect to try and reconnect and watch the victim. And there was also a remote camera being accessed in the victim's home that the suspect was actually watching her. So whilst he did initially deny these behaviours, the digital forensics was so overpowering that the suspect then changed his plea from not guilty to guilty. Yeah, so filming with the production teams was really enjoyable. It actually made me reflect that a few years ago definitely, I was working on a team for Crimestoppers, which was a regional production in the 1990s. And I've also worked with teams on Crime Watch Roadshow. So I find it really enjoyable working with the production teams, and they make the filming experience really enjoyable. I've been working for West Midlands Police for nearly 30 years. In fact, this is my last year working with West Midlands Police as a police inspector. I've been fortunate enough to have a diverse range of roles and responsibilities, from frontline policing to operational planning for force events. I've been a hostage and crisis negotiator. And certainly in the last 6 years, I've invested my time in public protection and looking at public protection investigations so that we can safeguard the vulnerable from harm. I think that it's been a great career, one that I'm certainly proud of, and it's been really exciting, challenging at times, but very rewarding.